Hi, this class is going to be about vitamins and minerals. This is an advanced level class, intermediate to advanced level. And we will be talking about the different vitamins and minerals that help keep us healthy. And we'll be talking about what foods we can find these vitamins and minerals in. So this will be a lot of vocabulary. Hopefully we will go over this material today, and then you will have time to go back and look at it on your own time, because it will be a lot of science type vocabulary. Also, this class, in addition to being focused on the sort of science health side of vitamins and minerals, is also focused on personal health. So how do we keep ourselves healthy, and how do we make sure that we get the vitamins and minerals that we need? And we'll be talking about our own personal health. So it'll be a little bit of everything today. And I'm looking forward to talking with all of you, as always. In about 1 minute, this class will open up to anyone who wants to join it, but for now it's only available to those who have reservations, mostly through Verbling Premium. So if you would like to make sure you can get reservations in a class so that you can get into all of the classes you want before everyone else, please check out ways to get reservations and consider checking out Verbling Premium. It's verbling.com/premium. And let's see, I'm having trouble with the Verbling chat, so I'm going to leave the Hangout and come right back. So I will see you in about 10 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, here I am again. We're going to see if this loads a little bit better this time so that we can use the class chat, because I currently don't have access to it. All right, there we go. Looks good. Now I can see the chat. Wonderful. So pretty soon this class should be open to everyone, so you can click the green Join Class button to join today, or watch the video feed if you prefer. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Libby. I'm American, but I live in France now. During my day job, I teach English to French high school students, and then I'm also a teacher here on Verbling. And I studied human biology at my university studies, so I sort of studied this health stuff with vitamins and minerals, but I'm not really an expert, so hopefully today we can learn some new stuff together. I'll be showing you an article I found that we'll use to direct our study on vitamins and minerals, and again, hopefully just get some speaking practice about our own health and about healthy choices. So we'll go ahead and get started because it looks like the class is filling up now. I always like to do introductions, even though I know some of you. I still like to have everybody introduce themselves to the class before we begin. So for today's introductions, I would like you to tell everyone your name, your country, and your favorite fruit. Pretty easy. Name, country, and favorite fruit. So I'm Libby. I'm in France, and my favorite fruit is strawberries. I also like strawberries that are dipped in chocolate, but that's not really a fruit anymore. It's kind of cheating because it's more of a dessert. So since I can't choose chocolate-covered strawberries, I'll just choose normal strawberries as my favorite fruit. So now I would like to hear from all of you before we get into our discussion today. So please, your name, your country, and your favorite fruit as your introduction. So we'll start with Hector. Hector, are you here?
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Fine. I'm Hector. I was born in Venezuela, but I'm living in Amsterdam, Holland. And my favorite fruit is strawberry and kiwis. You know kiwis?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, are so delicious.
All right, cool. Thank you. Next, we have Igor.
Hi, how is it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm Igor. I am from Republic of Moldova, and I like most of the fruits, but my favorite fruit is pear.
Oh,
Yes?
nice. Yeah, yeah. Pear.
Yeah, pear.
Mhm. Cool. Yeah, I really like pears too. Good choice.
Who do not like pears?
I don't know. I like them.
All like pears, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, everybody likes pears. I haven't really had any here in France. I guess they have them, but I never find them.
But in the
Anyway,
United States, do you
of
have pears?
course. Yeah, all the time. I buy pears all the time in the US.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they have them here, I think. It's just I have a small grocery store in my town, and so there's a very limited selection of produce, so I only buy a certain variety of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, next we'll go to Indranil.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, I can hear you.
Hi. I'm Indranil. I'm from India, and my favorite fruit is mango.
Okay,
I
great,
like
awesome.
mango.
Yeah, good choice too. Thanks.
King of
Um,
fruits.
okay, so next we have Jose.
Hi, I'm Jose. I'm from Spain, but at the bottom of my head, I am a little French. I like strawberry. I usually take it then with red wine, and I love vitamin C.
Good, yeah. All right, thanks. Next we have Mohammed.
Hi, my name is Mohammed Nasser and I am from Pakistan and my favorite fruit is banana.
Banana, all right, nice, good. Okay, next is Servet.
Hello, I'm Sabat. I'm from Turkey. My favorite food is everything that my mother does.
Good, good answer. Okay, next is Slim.
Hello, my name is Slim. I am from Tunisia. I like all fresh foods. It's depend on the season and the time. Maybe this in this period I like orange.
Nice, yeah. I like eating seasonal fruits too. Yeah, cool. Oranges, good choice. All right, and last we have Victor.
Yes, hello, my name is Victor. I'm from Russian Federation. And my favorite fruit is different kind of citrus cultures. Oranges, limes, lemons, whatever.
Cool. Yeah, citrus fruits. I like it. Okay, thank you. Good variety of choices, everyone, on the fruit. I'm very impressed. Okay, so now we will get started with today's discussion. So like I said, we're talking about vitamins and minerals. And these are compounds, substances that your body needs to function properly. And we get vitamins and minerals typically from the foods we eat. I chose this lesson also because now a lot of people take vitamin supplements in addition to the foods they eat. Can someone explain what a vitamin supplement is? What is a vitamin supplement?
It's synthetic vitamins.
Exactly. It's synthetic vitamins they come,
Right.
in a pill or something like that. And we take that supplement or that pill that has vitamins in it. And so sometimes people take a multivitamin. A multivitamin is one that has a lot of different vitamins in it. Or sometimes you can take specific vitamins if you might have a deficiency or you might need more of that vitamin. You can take a supplement. The problem with these supplements, well, does anyone know what is the problem with the vitamin supplements? Why are they not perfect? Why are they not perfect?
Why not perfect? Because they're rather expensive.
And that aren't natural.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So they're expensive. They're artificial, and the answer I was thinking of is they're not natural, and so your body doesn't necessarily absorb them. So you might take a vitamin, but your body might not absorb all of that vitamin because it's not in food, and your body doesn't really understand what it is. So the best way to get vitamins and minerals, even though we have these supplements, is to get them through food. And so we'll be talking about the vitamins and minerals and the different foods that they can be found in. So here's the link to the article that we will be reading today. It's actually a gallery. It's a series of pictures. It's not really an article. It's a series of pictures, and each picture has a description next to it. So I think this is useful because it breaks down the material into smaller pieces for us to look at and provides us with a little visual for each vitamin and mineral that will help us understand. And also, before we start, I was trying to think of, I realized I don't remember the difference between a vitamin and a mineral. Does anyone know from your science knowledge what the difference is between a vitamin and a mineral?
The minerals comes from Mendeleev table, and vitamins are molecules.
Right. Okay. So the difference is that minerals. Now I remember. Minerals are what we call inorganic compounds. So they're stuff that comes from the periodic table, like ice elements. So they're inorganic, and vitamins are organic compounds.
Yes.
So what is an organic compound? Can anyone tell me?
Yes, it's something that contain carbon as a main substance.
Excellent. Good. So minerals are inorganic compounds and vitamins are organic compounds, which means that vitamins are compounds that contain carbon. Okay, cool. So let's go on to this article, and we'll start to talk about some of the most important vitamins and minerals in more detail. So you have the link there in the Verbling classes, and the article looks like, let me see. Oh, 1 second, I have to pull it up in a different window. So the article is called "The Best Foods for Every Vitamin and Mineral," and it starts off with a different picture for each one. So the introduction is here, and it says, vitamin A to zinc. To keep itself running smoothly, your body requires an array of essential nutrients, ranging from disease-fighting antioxidants to bone-building heavy metals. Although you can get many of these nutrients in a daily supplement, nearly all of them can also be found in the foods you eat, or should be eating, every day. Want to get your vitamins and minerals the natural way? Our guide breaks down the best foods for 20 of the most important nutrients, and the accompanying recipes offer healthy and tasty ways to enjoy them. Okay, so we have this slideshow of 20 different nutrients. We won't go through all of them, but we'll go through some of them and practice reading the sections about them, and then we'll talk a little bit more about vitamins and minerals and health. So the first vitamin here in this slideshow is vitamin A. And it has two sections here. One says why you need it, and the other one says where to get it. So would anyone like to read both of those sections for us out loud?
Yes, I will.
All right, great. Go ahead, Mohammed.
Uh, why you need it. The vitamin A family plays a key role in immunity, reproductive behaviors, and especially vision. The A vitamins, which include beta carotene, help the retina, cornea, and membranes of the eye to function properly. Where to get it? The highest concentration of vitamin A is found in sweet potatoes. Just one medium-sized bag sweet potato contains more than 28,000 international units of vitamin A, or 561% of your recommended daily value. Beef liver, Spanish fish, milk, eggs, and carrots also good sources.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, vitamin A, it says it plays a role in immunity, reproductive behaviors, and especially vision. Okay, so when I think of vitamin A, and probably when you think of vitamin A, you think it's good for your eyes. When I was little, my parents used to say, eat your carrots so you can see better at night. I don't know why. They always used to say that.
Like a cat.
Yeah, like a cat. So,
But they
okay.
did say carrot.
Yeah. But so vitamin A is good for your vision, and it says it helps the retina, cornea, and membranes of the eye to function properly. So that's why you need vitamin A. Any questions about any vocabulary in this section on vitamin A?
Please give me an other name of sweet potato. What is sweet potato?
I think a related thing is yams. It's the sweet potato is the thing in the picture. It's a vegetable. It's like a potato, but it's orange, and it tastes kind of more like a.
Sweet.
I don't know. It tastes sweet. Yeah, it tastes sweet. And it's a very distinctive taste. Sweet potatoes, I think, traditionally come from South America. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, they have a lot of vitamin A.
Do you eat it raw or do you boil it?
Sorry, it's like in Venezuela, for example, the sweet potato is called ñame or okumo.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Jose.
All right, cool. So yeah, and sweet potatoes are typically eaten. You can serve them baked. That's how I usually eat them, is baked or roasted. So yeah, you eat them cooked. You don't eat them raw. It's like regular potatoes. Any other questions about this vitamin A section?
International units?
Yeah, I've actually never studied international units before. It must be some, because different countries use different systems of measurement. They must have a unit that refers to an amount of a vitamin. But I don't actually know. I don't use that measurement myself. I use the recommended daily value. Do you guys use this in your countries? This 561% recommended daily value. In the U.S., these are always listed on all the foods for like fat and carbohydrates and protein. You always have a percentage of your daily value of that substance, I guess.
No, we don't have that.
Okay. In the U.S. and at least in France, they do it, and it's basically it assumes that a normal it's a person who maybe is a normal weight, so a middle weight person who consumes 2,000 calories a day. When I say calories, I'm actually referring to kilocalories. So 2,000 calories a day diet, and then they calculate how much of each nutrient you should be consuming every day. So if something has 100% of your recommended daily value, that means if you eat that, you'll have all of that vitamin that you need for the day. So just one sweet potato contains 561% of your daily value, which means it's over 5 times as much as what you need for one day.
It's interesting. What I heard on TV, they said like in vegetables, in today's vegetables, they don't contain enough nutrients. Like I heard like to gain maybe like vitamin C, maybe you need to eat 5 oranges, or so if you count these things, so it looks impossible to get enough vitamins from vegetables. But this vegetable contains like 560%. I don't know, maybe it's special for this vegetable, or maybe it's the way it's grown. Maybe it's just special for our country. It's interesting. It looks interesting to me. Contains lots of.
Yeah, I think sometimes in today's world, vegetables have less vitamins than they used to have because of like the way farming is done and how we have big farms and we genetically modify stuff. But it's definitely still possible to get all your vitamins and minerals from vegetables and fruits. But yeah, you're right. Sometimes you have to pick the right ones. So some vegetables like some fruits and vegetables just don't have as many vitamins and minerals as other ones. So like apples aren't particularly nutrient dense. Regular potatoes aren't really. They have some, but not a lot. So it depends which ones you choose also.
But when you, especially in Turkey, when you say like vitamin C, first we think like orange or mandarin. You look at both the ingredient nutrition, the amount of nutrition in them is very less. It's not enough for one daily. Like maybe you need to eat 4 or 5. If you think like to get vitamin A, B, C enough for one daily, you need maybe 10 kilo of vegetables.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't heard that about oranges, but it makes sense. So we'll see because we'll get to the vitamin C section pretty soon.
Okay.
I think in French.
Because this list is. Sorry, what did you say?
I think in French they have like a logo, something that from the ads 5 fruit and vegetable a day, every day. Is it?
Yes, they have in France. This is funny. They're actually required to put warnings on junk food advertisements. So if there's an advertisement there was an advertisement for chocolate at Christmas time, I remember, and at the bottom of the advertisement it says, "Warning: eating snacks is very bad for your health. You should avoid doing that." It's like cigarettes. They have to put warnings on these things, and on food advertisements, especially for foods that are not fruits and vegetables, they need to write at the bottom. It is advised to eat at least 5 fruits and vegetables per day. Yeah, it's required by the government. So I kind of laugh. I think it's kind of funny. I don't know, but
it's true. It's important, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely important, but I just don't think people read the advertisements. Like if you want to buy chocolate, you're probably going to buy chocolate. You're not going to stop because.
There's people that read very well. This little police.
Yeah, but it's interesting. Okay, so next vitamin is vitamin B6. So it has these 2 sections again: why you need it and where to get it. Who would like to read this one for us?
I will read it.
Okay, go ahead, Anjanil.
Vitamin B6. Why you need it? Vitamin B6 is an umbrella term for 6 different compounds that have similar effects on the body. These compounds metabolize foods, help form hemoglobin, part of your red blood cells, stabilize blood sugar, and make antibodies that fight disease. Where to get it? Fish, beef liver, and poultry are all good sources of B6. But the food researched in this vitamin, good news for vegetarians, is the chickpea or garbanzo bean. 1 cup of canned chickpeas contain 1.1 milligrams of vitamin B6 or 55% of your DV.
All right, awesome. Vitamin B6. What, in your own words, what does vitamin B6 do? Why is it important for your body?
To control, to
Sorry?
balance body sugar, and I think once more.
Antibodies.
Yeah, good. So it's good for your metabolism, your digestion, and also for your immune system. It's good for your immune system because it helps make antibodies that your body uses to fight disease. And yeah, you get it from fish, poultry. What's poultry? What does the word poultry mean? Poultry.
Maybe
Chicken.
Yeah,
Domestic
good.
fowl.
Good.
Such as
Domestic.
chickens, turkeys, ducks, and this.
All right, excellent. You're always good with the definitions, Igor. Yeah, it's domestic fowl. It's birds. So chicken, turkey, duck, stuff like that. That's where you can get vitamin B6. And then the picture here is of chickpeas. I love chickpeas. Chickpeas are one of my favorite foods ever. So I'm very happy that it looks like I'm getting enough vitamin B6 with my chickpeas. Any questions about this section?
Is
In
it,
what?
if I understand very well this section, is it B6 helpful for regenerator metabolism? I think hemoglobin, but regenerate hemoglobin. Is it true?
Yeah, it seems that it says it helps form hemoglobin. So it might be required for the whatever cells in your body make hemoglobin, or it might actually be part of hemoglobin. I can't remember. I know that iron is part of hemoglobin, but I can't remember if I don't remember why B6 is helpful, but in any case, our body needs it to create hemoglobin, which is a part of red blood cells. So,
what fish? What type of fish contains the most B6 vitamin? If you know, of course.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay, I will look.
Yeah, you can look it up. Let me know. Okay, so we'll move on to the next vitamin on the list. So we've done vitamin A and we've done vitamin B6, and our next vitamin is well, let's see, my computer's being slow. Vitamin B12. So we had vitamin B6 and now we have vitamin B12. And okay, put it on the screen for. Okay, there it is. Who would like to read this for us, please?
Okay, me, for example.
Okay, wonderful. Go ahead.
Okay, vitamin B12. Why you need it? Vitamin B12 is vital for healthy nervous system function and for the formation of DNA and red blood cells. It helps guard against anemia, a blood condition that causes fatigue and weakness. Where to get it? Animal products are your best bet for B12. Cooked clams have the high concentration of any food, with 84 micrograms mcg, whooping one with 402% of your DB in just 3 ounces. 1 milligram equals 1000 micrograms. Vitamin B12 also occurs naturally in beef liver, trout, salmon, and tuna, and is added to many breakfast cereals.
Okay, thank you. Good. So vitamin B12 is very, and it's most important for guarding against what?
Anemia.
What does it help guard against? Anemia. Good. Anemia.
It's like Alzheimer's.
Anemia. Huh?
Yes.
What did you say?
B12 deficiency.
Alzheimer or Alzheimer, I don't know.
If you write it, maybe I can understand better if you type it. But yeah, so anemia is typically, when I think of anemia, I think of iron deficiency. And so when you want to guard against anemia, you usually need vitamin B12 and iron. They're both important for keeping iron in your blood. And so where do you get vitamin B12?
Clams.
Good. Clams.
Some fishes.
Fish. Yeah, good.
Shrimps.
And what about what's beef liver? What does the word liver mean?
Liver is a part of our organ, kind of organ.
Yeah, it's an
in
organ.
the abdomen of vertebrates.
Good. Yeah, so it's an organ. So if you eat beef liver, if you eat the liver of a cow, you can get vitamin B12. But it is not the only way. Fortunately, clams are a good choice for that too, and salmon, stuff like that. So when I'm in the U.S., I'm actually vegetarian. I do eat fish, but I don't eat meat. And so in order to make sure I don't get anemia, I take supplements of B12 and iron when I'm back home in the U.S. So in order to avoid anemia, I take pills, supplements of B12 and iron, but I also try to eat salmon and tuna so that I get, so that's what I do for B12.
Do you have like boiled grape juice in the United States?
No, boiled grape juice?
Yeah, that kind of it's kind of very sweet, like a sweety juice. It contains lots of iron, so it's too many iron, so it's very good for. In its Turkish name, I thought that it has an English name usually, like exact translation. If you look at these pictures, maybe
yeah,
you understand what I mean.
It's
kind of like.
Does it taste sweet? Is it like a fruit juice?
Yeah, it's made of grapes. It's kind of
boiled.
They are like wine. It's the same system. It's not alcoholic, I think. They are making it from grapes. They take grapes juice and boil it, I think.
Oh, and it looks, I'm looking at the pictures now. It comes in a jar. It's kind of thick like a syrup.
Yes.
Like it's, yeah, I've never seen that before.
So you can, if you find it, you can, like, a not teaspoon, like normal spoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Huh. That's interesting. Thank you. I will actually look into that because I prefer to have things in natural ways instead of taking the supplements. So.
Yeah, because especially women are like tend to have like being short of blood.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this at home. Sometimes I also drink it.
All right, cool. Thank you. That's interesting.
Libby,
right.
how much costs 1 kilogram of salmon in the United States? Where do you live?
You know, that's a good question, but I have no idea. I've never actually bought salmon for myself.
Okay.
Because I know it's expensive, and I don't usually buy fish for myself. But it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of money. I don't know. I wish I could tell you, but Smoked salmon is also very expensive in the U.S. You buy a small little package of smoked salmon, and it's like $10. So the thinly sliced smoked salmon is also
1 kilogram, $10, or a slice?
No, like a slice maybe this big of smoked salmon is $10.
200 grams, I think, or 300 grams.
Yeah, something like that would be. But that's for smoked salmon, not fresh salmon.
Here, fresh salmon costs about $10 or $15, 1 kilogram.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All
It's
right.
too expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive. All right, let's move on to vitamin C. So we talked a little bit about vitamin C earlier. Who would like to read this vitamin C page for us?
Maybe.
All right, go ahead, Victor.
So can I? So vitamin C, why you need it? Vitamin C is an important antioxidant, and it's also a necessary ingredient in several key bodily processes, such as protein metabolism and the synthesis of neurotransmitters. Where to get it? Most people think citrus when they think of vitamin C, but sweet red peppers actually contain more of the vitamin than any other food. 95 milligrams per serving, well ahead of oranges and just edging out orange juice. 93 milligrams per serving. Other good sources include kiwi fruit, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cantaloupe. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's pronounced cantaloupe. It's cantaloupe is a melon. It's a round melon that's orange on the inside.
Ah, melon with orange inside?
It's orange colored inside.
I see.
Yeah. It's really good. It's a very sweet melon.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a question. If I surprised that I didn't see that the vitamin C is a strong immune system stimulator, and the author of this article doesn't mention it. Why?
Good question. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Antioxidants are all sort of related to being good for your immune system. But you're right, because usually if you feel like you're getting sick, when I would feel like I was getting a cold, my mother would always say that you drink some orange juice, get your vitamin C and stuff.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so it's interesting that they don't mention that because it's the most obvious reason that vitamin C is good, but I guess it's related that it's an antioxidant, but they probably should have said something about immunity too. And like Servet said, it's interesting because it says most people think citrus when they think of vitamin C, but sweet red peppers actually have the most.
Yes.
And then there's kiwis. Let's see. Was it Hector? Hector, you said you liked kiwis, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So good news for you. You get lots of vitamin C.
Yeah.
And yeah, and some vegetables actually. Broccoli and Brussels sprouts have a lot of vitamin C. So that's good news for me because I like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. So I get mine too.
What do they mean by per serving? Just one amount, 1 kilo, one plate?
Per serving.
Good question.
Meal.
This
Just
is
one meal, yes.
kind of okay. This is something we should talk about because in the U.S. we have a really stupid system where we call things a serving. The problem with a serving is the company that produces the product chooses the serving size. So a serving size is the amount. It's supposed to be one serving. So you would think in your head that would be one meal. Like if you have a steak, that's a serving of steak. It's not actually. A serving is usually smaller. So if you have a bowl of cereal, that might be like 4 or 5 servings of cereal. So it depends on the product. A serving of beef is about this big of beef, or of meat in general. A serving of vegetables is probably about this much vegetables on a plate. a serving of fruit is usually like one piece of fruit, so like an apple or a banana. But it's annoying because a serving is not a defined amount of anything. It changes based on every single food. And so for us, it's impossible to know what a serving is unless we learn it for every food. I think I don't know, I don't really like it. I would rather know, here in France, they tell you the amount of calories per 100 grams. I think that's much better because then you know how much 100 grams is and you can figure it out. So in this case, per serving of red peppers, it's probably like maybe half of a red pepper, I would say. I don't know, guessing.
So
Yeah.
how much do we need? 95 milligrams says. How much do we need? Maybe more than 95, or do you know?
I don't know, because again, it changes for every vitamin how much we need. And when I look at vitamins, I always look at just the percent. It always says the percent on the label. So for vitamin C, I don't know. It says 95 milligrams. And then when you click on that, it brings you to another web page about vitamin C. And I'm trying to see if it says. Okay, so for ages 19 plus, males are supposed to get 90 milligrams per day. And females 75 milligrams. So one serving of red pepper has more than your daily value of vitamin C.
Do you know sometimes people do like some like sour things from vegetables? What do you call it? Like pickles, you know, pickles.
Yeah.
From not just when you do pickle, does it lose its nutritions? Do you know or not?
You mean like how does pickling something affect the vitamins?
Yeah. Does it affect vitamins?
I would say no, it probably doesn't. The reason that pickling changes stuff is because it denatures proteins, right? It changes the proteins. So because vitamins are not proteins, I don't think it would change the vitamin content. But you can look it up because that's speculation, I'm not sure.
I think no. Only heating kill vitamins.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, anyway, good question.
I know heat and light affects vitamin. They die immediately, so I don't know, when you cook a vegetable, does it lose its vitamin because it's affected by heat and light? And also,
Absolutely.
so if you put pepper, in this case, in a food, it will lose its vitamin. I don't know, I'm just guessing. And if you put like pickled vegetables, if it also loses, so you don't get vitamin, you need to eat just like raw vegetables.
No, put not 1 serving, but put 5 serving. You get your daily intake.
Yeah, I guess that's the answer, is just eat if they're cooked. And also, if you cook vegetables a little bit al dente, if you cook them a little bit less, if you don't overcook your vegetables, then you're more likely to be able to keep the vitamins in them. I'm Googling it right now, and there's an article on WebMD, which is a really popular website in the US, and there's the link in the Verbling classes, or I think I put it in.
No.
I'll put it in again in case.
What is it?
Oh yeah, there we go. So there's a link. It's called "How to Keep Your Veggies Vitamin Packed." I haven't read it, but it's an article about. Yeah, it says if you cook vegetables gently and without a lot of water, you can keep more of the vitamins in them, and you should cook them when they're fresh. So, an interesting article.
Yeah, we can look at it later.
Yeah, feel free to check that out later. For now, let's talk about a little bit more vitamins. Does anyone have a question before we move on?
Yes, I have another thing to say. It's,
Okay.
the link that I shared is about the effect of cooking and other effects. What if vitamins can be affected by water or air or light or heat? There is some ones that not affected by heat.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
Did you share the article in the
Yeah.
Verbling
Yes,
box? Okay.
again.
Yeah, mine's being a little. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay. Interesting. Thank you. I will also check that out later. So thank you for sharing.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about a couple more. Let's see. Getting back to the article. So our next one is not a vitamin. It is a mineral. And this one is calcium. Calcium is also very important. Who would like to read this section on calcium?
May I?
I would like to
Yes,
read.
please, Servet. Go ahead, Servet, and then Huen will have you read the next one.
Okay, calcium. Why do you need it? Calcium is the most abundant mineral in the body. More than 91% is stored in and helps fortify
Yes,
teeth
good.
and bones, while the remainder goes toward blood vessel and muscle function, cell communications, and hormone secretion.
Good, yeah. Secretion.
Where to get it? Dairy products contain the highest amount of naturally occurring calcium. Plain low-fat yogurt leads the pack with 415 milligram, 42% of daily value per serving. Dark leafy greens, such as kale and Chinese cabbage, are another natural source of calcium, which can also be found in fortified fruit juice and cereals.
All right, awesome. So there's some vocabulary here. First of all, what does the word abundant mean?
Like a lot, more than enough.
Rich.
Good. Abundant means rich. There's a lot of it. Okay, what about the verb fortify? We see the verb fortify here, and then down here we see fortified. What does fortify mean?
To make it strong.
It's like make it denser.
Fortifying means
Teeth and bones denser.
Yeah, it generally means sort of like to add to something. So in this case, calcium helps fortify. It helps strengthen or add to teeth and bones. And down here, calcium fortified fruit juices and cereals. That means calcium has been added to them. So fortified means to add to or to strengthen. All right, cool. What about secretion? What does secretion mean?
synthesizing.
Means to release.
Yeah, secretion means releasing of something. So hormone secretion means our brain and our glands releasing or secreting hormones into our bloodstream. All right. Here we're talking about naturally occurring calcium, and it says that plain low-fat yogurt leads the pack. What does it mean for something or someone to lead the pack?
One pack of yogurt contains this amount.
Okay, yeah, that's what they mean, but this expression leads the pack is actually a more general expression. It's a colloquial expression in English. Does anyone know what it means?
No.
It's like the top of a group. I mean,
Yeah.
The
So
pack reminds me of goats.
that's exactly what the reference is about. So it's actually a reference to racing, to like running. If there's a pack of wolves running and one wolf is leading the pack, it's the the alpha wolf, or it's the most important wolf. If it's leading the pack, it's the most important. It's the best. And so we actually use this expression a lot with humans running races or playing sports or something, if we say that someone leads the pack, it means they're in front of everybody else. They're winning. And so this expression has been stretched even more now. Now we're talking about food. And so when we say low-fat yogurt leads the pack, it means low-fat yogurt is the best. It has the most, in this case, the most calcium. So it leads the pack with 415 milligrams per serving. So
leads the pack
leads
of
the pack.
all dairy products, yes?
That's
of all
exactly
dairy
right.
Products.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Leads the pack of all foods, really.
In this case, pack means like flock, a pack
Yes.
of animals like flock.
A group of animals, yes,
Thank
exactly right. Or in this case, a group of dairy products. But yeah, their expression comes from a group of animals.
But what is the meaning plain low-fat yogurt? Plain.
Plain means natural flavor with nothing added.
Okay.
Yeah, plain usually just
Absolutely
means
clear.
nothing added. Yeah, normal flavor. Any more questions about calcium or thoughts about calcium?
No.
No. All right, let's do one more before we finish up for today. Let's see. My computer's being slow going to the next one.
It's interesting when until now when I think of like calcium, I thought just like teeth or bones. It says muscles. First time I learned this.
Yeah, good point.
Muscle contraction process.
Yeah, I don't think of calcium when I think of muscles either, so I think that's interesting as well. Yeah, it's cool. All right, let's do one last one, which is, this is an interesting one, vitamin D. So, 1 minute, there we go. Okay, vitamin D. So, Huend, would you like to read this one?
Yeah, this is my favorite.
All right,
Why
awesome.
you need it? Vitamin D, which our body generates on its own when our skin is exposed to sunlight, helps spur calcium absorption and bone growth. It is also important for cell growth, immunity, and the reduction of inflammation. Where to get it? Fatty fishes, including swordfish, salmon, and mackerel, are among the few naturally occurring dietary sources of vitamin D. Goat liver oil is topped with, I don't know how to read this, 1,360 IU per tablespoon, while swordfish is second with 566 IU or 142% DD. Most people tend to consume vitamin D via fortified foods such as milk, breakfast cereals, yogurt, and orange juice.
Okay, thank you. Good. So, vitamin D. And as we all know, we do get vitamin D from sunlight. So why is vitamin D important? Can you summarize why is vitamin D important for our bodies?
It regulates the bone growth. It's its primary role.
Good, exactly. So we need vitamin D to absorb calcium and build our bones. If we don't have vitamin D, it doesn't matter how much calcium we eat, our body will not absorb it. Vitamin D is super important because without it, we can't absorb calcium. And so it's very important for our bones. Good. Plus some other stuff, immunity, reducing inflammation. What is inflammation?
Inflammation.
What is inflammation?
Inflammation. It's redness, it's edema, it's pain, and loss of function, and one more. Pain, edema, erythema, yes, loss of function, one more. I forgot.
Swelling, maybe? I don't know. Because when I think of I think of basically inflammation in general refers to when your immune system is responding to something and something becomes inflamed, right? You think of something being swelled up or red or painful. But inflammation in general means when your immune system is responding to stuff kind of happens and your body kind of freaks out. And so sometimes you need to reduce inflammation. So Advil or ibuprofen is one medication that reduces inflammation, but also some vitamins can reduce inflammation in your body as well.
Can allergy be considered to be inflammation? Allergic reactions?
Yes. Yes, allergic reactions are a result of the body's inflammatory response to something. And sometimes we need the inflammatory response because it kills stuff that tries to invade our bodies. But sometimes, like with allergies, we don't need the inflammation. We don't need the inflammatory response. Good question. Yeah.
What is the part? What is the thing that in our blood that fights against viruses or something? What would you call it?
White blood cells?
White. That was something. Yes. Anti.
And then antibodies. Is that what you meant?
Probably antibodies. What the antibodies do is inflammation or something else.
Good question. It's kind of a long explanation, but basically, antibodies are something that's on the surface of other cells. Yeah, they're not cells. Are they proteins? I guess they're proteins, and they're on the surface. They're the things that recognize foreign substances and sort of mark them for destruction. But what creates the inflammatory response is basically when we have, like, let's say a bacteria in our body. Our antibodies go mark it and say, wait, this is bad, this is bad. And then our cells come and eat it. Like they eat it or they kill it.
Yeah.
And it's basically like a war zone in there. Like it's like all the cells are doing this. And so there's all kinds of pieces of cells, like dead cells, pieces of cells that sort of blew up, and all that stuff. And all that stuff creates inflammation. It's almost like the waste kind of from an immune response.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's the short version.
A kind of outcome of this form of stuff, inflammation.
What do you? What kind of outcome? I mean, why does it make us better?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, you mean how does it go away?
After no. Anyways, just keep going.
Okay. Actually, this is all the time that we have for right now. I'm teaching another Verbling class in 1 minute, so come join me for that class if you're free. I would love to have all of you. I really appreciated your participation today, and please read through the rest of this article if you have time, and the other articles that people shared. I think it's all very interesting stuff and good for science vocabulary. If you have questions about class material or suggestions, like my Facebook page, facebook.com/LibbyVerbling, and you can follow me on Verbling as well. And I really appreciated all of your participation today, and I hope to see you again very soon. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you.
Like a Dr. Libby.